Some breaking news coming in from the northeastern state of Meghalaya. A BJP leader has resigned from the party over the beef ban. Bachu Marak, a second BJP leader after West Garo Hills BJP president Bernard Marak resigned from the party. Bachu Marak was the president of North Garo Hills in the state of Meghalaya. This is the second resignation in the BJP in the state of Meghalaya after the controversial notification on cattle sales. Let's go across to my colleague Anirudh, who joins us over phone. Anirudh, it's a very significant development. It's the second BJP leader who's resigned over this beef controversy, over central government's notification on cattle sales. Tell us more about what you're hearing from the BJP camp in Meghalaya.
Yes, there was a dissent in the BJP in Meghalaya after the regulation on the cattle trade, and Bachu Marak resigned from the party yesterday, who happens to be the BJP president of North Garo Hills district, and his resignation comes 4 days after Bernard Marak of West Garo Hills district resigned after citing that...
Anirudh, continue to stay with us. We are now joined by BJP's national spokesperson, Mr. Nalin Kohli. Mr. Nalin Kohli, you're also a Prabhari of Meghalaya unit of BJP, if I'm not wrong. Mr. Nalin Kohli, you had warned of stringent action against the leaders who are dissenting on this matter. Now comes 2 resignations in the Meghalaya state unit. Your views on this, sir?
Yes, you are right. I am the charge for the Prabhari of Meghalaya. In any case, in terms of the action was to be taken against 2 people, which was Bernard Marak and Bachu Marak. Both have resigned. So once they have resigned, the ultimate action of what we may have considered a show cause notice, followed by a response, expulsion, that all has been undertaken by them. We need to bear something in mind, because as an in-charge, I know Bernard, there is a group there. Essentially, we are in the process of finalizing candidates for the 2018 election. A lot of good people are joining the party, ex-MLAs, ex-ministers. And a few of them, like Bernard, Bachu and all, were aspirants of states. They wanted to contest the elections. We don't believe they stood a chance in terms of the current context of it. Now, we had already organized state units completely in terms of, vice presidents and other posts, followed by the state executive. The next reorganization was going to be at the district president's level. And some of them were acting against party interests because their candidates, they were trying to sabotage. They had already been put on notice verbally by the president of the state. So I think when they realized that the reorganization is going to take place...
But what about the moot issues, sir? About leaving the organizational issues apart, but the moot issue is the beef controversy. The leaders who have resigned believe this order of the central government compromises the sentiments of the Garos. The sentiments, the religious sentiments in this particular part of the country is very much different from the rest of India.
That's what I'm saying. You have not understood what I'm saying. So let me again explain to you very briefly. This is right because they know both, whether it was that Bernard Marak or whether it is, they both knew they are not as district president, so they have picked this issue up. It is not, and in Meghalaya, I attended my press conference. It was about an hour long. I've answered every question it has published quietly. Notification doesn't have the word beef ban anywhere. We are on record to have said that any state cannot, the center cannot impose such a thing on a state government. The state decide on the basis of what are the eating habits, culture, etc. And the funniest thing is that this particular notification is in response to a Supreme Court order on a law made by the Congress of 1960s.
But you're unable to convince your own brethren. You blame the opposition, Mr. Kohli, of politicizing this issue, blowing this issue out of proportion. But your own leaders are not convinced about the explanation you come up with. It's your own brethren.
So I don't buy your word of your own leaders. If they were leaders, you would be considering them politically. Everybody can become a self-appointed leader and believe he or she stands the best chance politically. That is not the case. The party looks at who is good enough. As far as I'm concerned, as Prabhari, we are delighted that they have resigned from the party. We welcome this step. It saves us a lot of unnecessary trouble of having gone through a lot of organizational issues, because what they have done is try to create a communal situation for a political reason and trying to somehow create their own leadership. They are welcome to go and try their hands at politics. They are welcome to contest on the ticket of any other party or even independently from their party. We are not going to digress from our agenda of Vikas in Meghalaya, which is what we have to do to remove something.
Right. Thank you very much. That is BJP's national spokesperson and Prabhari of Meghalaya, Mr. Nalin Kohli, joining us. Thank you very much, sir.